What the heck? Somebody parked a Tacoma in my driveway. Oh, wait a second. I see the problem. Nothing a little worm spit can't handle. Whew. That was a close one. I about had a heart attack, but there's nothing that worm spit can't clean. Clean the Tacoma right out of that truck. Anyways, what's up guys? My name is Tyler. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Behind me we have the Sandstorm. In the garage we have, I got that backwards. Behind me we have the Sandworm. In the garage we have the Sandstorm. As you can see, I haven't made a Sandstorm. As you can see, I haven't made a Sandworm video in a while, but that's about to change because this video is about the mods I currently have, what's gonna change, what's gonna happen to the canyon, and how it's going to evolve like your favorite Pokemon. So we're gonna check that out. Before we do that, let's go ahead and roll that intro. Make sure you like and subscribe, and let's get started. All right guys, so we're gonna do this a little bit of a vlog style. I'm not gonna get the tripod out or anything. This isn't gonna be a super long video because it's been too hot to camp. I don't really have any mods. I don't currently have the money to do any mods, and I'll tell you the reason for that in a minute. It's a little shout out to my own little startup business I've been doing. If you guys have watched some of my earlier videos, I've kind of talked about it a little bit, but I haven't really, you know, made a little video business plug quite yet, so I'm gonna do that here in a minute. But anyways, this video is about what's gonna happen to the canyon. It's not going anywhere, not anytime soon. I'm not gonna lie though, I did go get a value on it to see what it would be to sell it, just because I do have the Bronco and I want to do some crazy stuff to the Bronco, like maybe some long travel, some things like that. Maybe in the future do a whole coyote swap on it. That would be awesome. And I thought about in the future, don't hate me guys, going to a Ranger Raptor. Don't hate me for that. But I've always been a Ford guy. But I will say, at least the good news for you guys is the value they gave me to sell this was way lower than I wanted to give it up for. They offered me $35 for this truck, which yes, I know when you go to dealerships and things like that, the mods that you do on your truck, they don't necessarily add value to the vehicle unless you're selling it to somebody within the niche that you're building this to. So I think you guys would probably value this truck more than the dealership would. I think I would be able to sell this for more if I just sold it myself. But with that being said, I decided to go another route because of that low value they gave me. And I'm not gonna say that wasn't a fair value. It's just with the stuff, the blood, sweat, and tears I put into this truck, I didn't want to do it. With that being said, we are changing the truck up a bit to continue the evolution of this truck, to continue the evolution of the Sandworm. This thing is about to go into a cocoon and evolve. My shoulder's getting tired, so I'm actually gonna get the tripod now. So I actually started working out again yesterday. That's why my shoulders are sore. I can't hold the phone up. As you can see, I'm getting jacked. We finished day one. Today's like day after I edit and finish this video, and it cools down outside a little bit because my stuff's in the garage. But anyways, on to the evolution of the truck. I'm selling the light bar, for starters. The light bar is being sold. I'm gonna use that money to buy some other parts. I'm gonna split that money between parts for the Canyon and some parts for the Bronco as well. My buddy Jesse is looking at buying the light bar. It's pending. But depending on that, it is being sold for $2,000. It's over $3,000 brand new with shipping and everything. So if you're interested, send me an email and I'll put you next in line if he decides he doesn't want it. If he just can't find the mounts for his truck or things like that. So send me an email if you're interested in that, or comment down below your email and I'll reach out to you. But anyways, that's the first step. We're gonna do something different. We might do a different version of a light bar. Obviously, I like having the light bar up there, so we're going to definitely do something different. One of the next step is I figured out after driving the Bronco and the truck over time, I've dailied both. I kind of swap them out by week. So I drive the Bronco one week, and then the next week I'll drive the truck every day. And then this last week, there's some days where it was nice and cool, so I had the roof off the Bronco driving it. And then the days like today where it's super hot, drive the truck. So I've learned the ins and outs of these vehicles. I learned what I like, what I dislike about them. The Bronco, with the way I have it set up, I'm going to continue building it for my short travel trips. You know, like the trips over to Arkansas, the quick little weekend getaways where I can sleep in the back of it. I'm looking at adding a little portable AC unit so I can just plug it into there, into my battery bank, maybe some solar panels, things like that. I do have some solar panel fans that I use with the Bronco, so setting that up. With the truck, I figured out that this, because it has more storage than the Bronco, and I think I said this in my first Bronco video, because this has more storage, I plan to do this as my longer travel road trip truck. So we're revamping it, redoing it, nothing crazy, like we're not doing the suspension or anything like that. The truck's gonna be sitting how it sits. It's just some of the modifications and usefulness of it's gonna change. So the light bar is going away to provide money for some other parts. We are going to rearrange the roof rack a little bit, add some things that I actually use. I discovered that the gas mileage in this is not as good as the Bronco, so we are definitely going to keep the roto packs filled up, because I went on a trail where I wished I had those filled up. I cut it close, not gonna lie. I didn't think I would ever get to that point, but I did. So the roto packs is going to have gasoline in it from now on. And then let's walk around to the back of the truck, because that's where things really are going to change. Let's go ahead, and I just noticed this, so let's go ahead and talk about the wheels first. So for one, I'm going to replace these plastic hubcaps, whatever. This one's all broke and snapped because it hit a tree, it rubbed up against a tree, so it's like snapped and bent. All my wheels are pretty much scratched. So if anybody's interested in these used up wheels, throw me an offer and I'll think about it. I'm not set on selling, but I'll think about it. It might be nice to get like a different set of wheels, try something different, maybe get something unscratched, I don't know. But if you're interested in these, they are scratched up. Just let me know. Like you can see the scratches right there, that's a scratch, that's a scuff. So they are used, they are trail abused. So if you're interested in that, let me know. Before we actually talk about what I'm gonna do to the back, I am going to plug my little small business I'm doing. All right guys, so what we have behind me is my own brand of car chemicals. These are made here in Tulsa by Tough Industries. They make them. It's my own brand. They help me kind of change up the ingredients as needed. So what they did for me here is they actually talked me into doing this. So they developed a recipe just for my brand. It's made a little bit stronger, a little bit tougher, a little more concentrated for these off-road vehicles. Because you know, after you hit those trails, you get that mud and grime on there. It's super hard to get it cleaned. I just realized there's a scuff on the paint right there. We'll just ignore that for now. Anyways, you know, it's hard to clean that mud and stuff off. So these are more concentrated to help eat through that more. Add a little bit extra layer of protection. So what we have here is, you can see that I use this all the time. I'm about to use it after this video because we have an event tomorrow. But anyways, we have the ceramic exterior quick detailer. So this is a waterless wash. You spray it on, wipe your paint off, you're good to go, you're clean, and you have a couple months of ceramic protection with this. And then you have a leather cleaner, asphalt. By the way, this smells like wildberry. And then you have a leather cleaner called Asphalt. I came up with all these names and designs myself, so the labels are all me. I drew them, photoshopped them, whatever. This one is Vanilla Tobacco. And then you have your interior cleaner, which leaves no grease, I know some of us have used those Armor All wipes or Armor All things like that. You get done cleaning and you can kind of see where you put too much pressure, too little pressure, and you can see these streaks on your dash. This does not do that. This cleans it. No streaks, no grease, no slipperiness. And this smells like orange dreamsicle. It's amazing. And then we have the Nightcrawler Trim Restore. and it says trim restore, but it's a conditioner. It'll last a couple months before you have to put another coat on. I used it over here on the fenders, the bumper, the front bumper of the truck, and on the Bronco. I even used it on the metal rock sliders, the hard top that came with the Bronco, and the bumpers on it. So you can use this on metal and it will bring back the shine. And not only does this condition and bring back that shiny black, but it also cleans and adds a little bit of UV protection to your plastic to help prevent any more fading. So this stuff is honestly my favorite product that I have, and it smells like, I think it's white tea or something. It has a very subtle smell to it, but it smells good. And this one is, you don't spray it, you just put it on a sponge and wipe it on. And then we have the Wilderness Wheel Cleaner, which will leave absolutely no streaks, whether you have black wheels, chrome wheels, whatever it may be. And it smells like coconut. So those are my products. Check them out. I'll link it down below, along with a 10% discount code just for you guys. Check those out, and then let's go ahead and talk about the big changes to the truck that I'm gonna do. All right, so some of the changes I'm gonna do, starting off, is we're gonna remove the tonneau cover of this. That's it, that's what we're changing. No, I'm just kidding. But we are gonna remove this, and I am actually looking into a SmartCap. I believe I want the ones with the side windows, because I'm thinking I can build some kind of AC unit in here and open that back glass and allow my dogs to have more room on road trips and fill up the back seat with cargo instead of back here. Because putting 2 German Shepherds in the back seat of these Canyons and Colorados is a super tight fit for those dogs. So I'm thinking if I can make a room, put their beds back here, make it safe and air conditioned for them, I think that would be the best bet for them on longer road trips. That way I can take them comfortably. But with that being said, we're gonna do that. And then I want to build a custom platform. I don't wanna have somebody build it for me. I wanna try my hand at it. I'm not a carpenter by any means, but I definitely want to build a slight platform that goes right above the fenders. So it's flat and I can fit, you know, a whole mattress right there, or maybe even just a mattress big enough for me to sleep, and then my dogs sleep on their bed on the one side. And then I'm gonna build little feet to hold my fridge from sliding around and things like that. Pretty much I'm gonna build a full overlanding truck instead of how I have it right now. It's kind of just a trail rated truck with the option of camping, if that makes sense. I take a tent with me, unfold the tent, you know, traditional camping, and hit some trails. This, I want to build it to pretty much, I could live out of it for a week at a time if I wanted to. Put some solar panels on the top of the SmartCap. I might even go as far as adding another roof rack to the SmartCap and then putting a rooftop tent. So that's really the big goal of the truck. It's going to take some time, so don't expect me to have any of this done in the next video. Don't expect me to have any of this done in the next 10 videos. This stuff's expensive, so it's going to take some time, but you guys can definitely help support the channel by buying you a car chemical or a t-shirt or anything like that. I do have pre-order chemicals on my website. We've got a full ceramic spray, a tire shine, a pumpkin spice kit for you Jeep guys out there, and then what else do we have? Oh, a ceramic glass cleaner coming out. So check those out. I'll put all that in the link. But those are the big plans of the truck. So it's not going anywhere. And maybe eventually we'll just go ahead and go from the 34s to the 35s. But that's the main goal. That's the main goal with this truck right now. It took me a long time. I know I haven't posted a sandworm video in a while. I haven't even posted any video in like 2 weeks, any full-length video in 2 weeks. I'm gonna be honest, I've been burnt out just between this stuff and just, I'm organizing my own events now, so I'm trying to get those ready because they're upcoming pretty fast. The first one's in October. Actually, the first one that I'm helping organize is in September. So they're coming up pretty fast, and just this year is going by fast. So I kind of burnt myself out a little bit doing all this stuff, so I took a little bit of a break, but I'm back at it. And I just want you guys to know this isn't going anywhere. It's just going to be it's going to be on the channel slightly less because it's going to take time to do the stuff to it that I want. But we are taking it camping next weekend, so we will have a trail video of it next weekend. but you guys will be seeing the Bronco a lot more from here on out, because I got like the main modifications on the Bronco out of the way. So the next stuff is like lights, bumpers, things like that. The little bit more affordable accessories depending on what I get. Whereas, you know, a SmartCap, a roof rack, building the platform, all that stuff's gonna take time and money, and things like that. And the camper that I'm building is still in the process. We have fiberglass coming soon, so that'll have its shell, and then we can start working on that as well. So I have a lot on my plate right now. So please understand that this truck is still here, but we do have the Bronco to build out now, and we're still slowly working on the camper. That's kind of like that's really just a side project to hopefully finish that within a year. But those are my goals and plans with this truck. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there's a better option than a SmartCap, or, you know, what kind of light bar should I try since I plan on selling this one. Just let me know, and check out my events on my website as well when you go check out those chemicals. But that's about it for this video. It wasn't, I don't know, I rambled on, so I didn't think it was that long, but if it's a long video, my bad. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you like and subscribe. The next video of the Canyon you will see will be a couple weeks from now, because I'm gonna start going back to once a week, but we're gonna rotate between the Canyon and the Bronco videos for a while, just because it is a lot to put out 2 videos a week with 2 different vehicles, trying to get both of them on trails and things like that. So we're gonna rotate once a week. So please, please don't leave the channel. But anyways, make sure you guys like and subscribe. We will have a trail video of this on the trails in a couple weeks, and I will see you guys in that video. See you.